So what's changed with credit agency firms since the crisis? Andrew Stoltmann says not nearly enough. He's a partner at Stoltmann Law Offices. Andrew, good to see you again. So nothing's changed since the crisis from your point of view?
No, nothing has changed. I mean, look, this is nothing more than a slap on the wrist for the rating agencies. I mean, it is literally a cost of doing business. And, you know, what business wouldn't give up 1 year's of profit to be able to keep 20 or 30 years worth of profits? I mean, this activity was very profitable for S&P, and nothing's going to change. It truly is just a slap on the wrist, Kelly.
David, by the way, we should mention today McGraw-Hill shares were up about 3.5%. Moody's as well, up 3%. And we hear they may be coming next in terms of the settlements, because a lot of the focus has been on, is this just retaliation for S&P downgrading U.S. government?
Well, Kelly, look, you know, I understand that argument, and there's a lot of blame to go around, okay? But ultimately, it was these rating agencies that literally had to put their stamp of approval on these securities. Otherwise, municipalities couldn't buy them. Otherwise, certain investors wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. I agree, there's a lot of blame to go around, including the government. But ultimately, one of the biggest tortfeasors is in this entire scandal really was the rating agencies. And a lot of us were hoping to see a much bigger fine, to see an admission of guilt, and some people go to prison. And unfortunately, none of that is going to happen.
And is a monetary payout really enough in a situation like this? It's kind of like a civil judgment when you feel like something criminal happened, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why another reason why I think it's defective, because if you force Standard & Poor's to admit to liability, then the people who are privately suing it through private litigation would have a leg up, and they'd have a much better chance of recovering. But by allowing Standard & Poor's to say, we did nothing wrong and we promise not to do it again, these private litigants won't be helped. And I personally think that's a big problem.
Andrew, quick last word.
It's fundamentally flawed, because the companies that are receiving these ratings are the ones paying for it, and that provides too big of an incentive for Standard & Poor's and other rating agencies to basically give shoddy ratings for money. That's the problem.
And as mentioned, the Justice Department now looks to be working potentially, or looking at Moody's. They could be next. Andrew Stoltmann, thank you. And to his point, shares of both were rallying today.